Okay, I'm gonna have to figure out how to splice all these videos together in the end, but here we go. So what I mean is that but there's no basement plan. I have only a level 2 plan and a floor plan, and that's because if I go to my elevation, I've only got two kind of line datums here, or level datums, or whatever they want to call them. So what I need to do is I need to create a foundation, a basement, and a footing. So let's rename this to first floor and second floor before we get started. Would you like to rename corresponding views? Yes. Okay, I'm gonna just move these a little bit further out so they're not overlapping our drawing. Get out of here. Okay. Make it a little bit smaller text so it's not so intrusive. Foundation, which I guess is -1 foot. Right, that's going to be under our floor. Okay. So, okay, this is not correct building. I made a mistake before. This building isn't perfectly detailed, and this floor should technically be attached to the inside parts of the wall structure. But for simplicity's sake, because we haven't learned those skills yet, I'm going to go back to the first floor, and I'm going to make the floor flush with the outside rather than the inside. So as we did in a previous lesson, now I want to select the floor plate, and to do that I'm just going to cycle through all the levels of stuff that are here while hovering over that one point. And again, I'm going to watch in the bottom corner right here to see what it'll describe what I'm currently about to select. So right now, wall, basic, chain of walls, floors, that's what we want. So I'm going to click it, edit boundary. I'm not going to do a whole lot of work here. I'm just going to pop this, come on, up there, down here, and to the side. Check mark, and we're back in business. I'm going to go back to our east elevation. Perfect. Now I'm going to grab the level button. This is how I create these levels. Level, doesn't matter where I put it. I'm going to change the height of it later anyway. I guess I'm going to make the text even smaller. Oh shucks. Even smaller so it doesn't overlap. This one's going to be called foundation. Now sometimes if you double click, it'll kind of give it this squiggly thing. We don't need that right now, so I'm just going to bring it back up to the correct level. Foundation, yes, rename it, and this should be only -1 foot. And now actually, yeah, we want that little squiggle because it's overlapping the text of the other one. Below that we want basement and basement footing -8 foot 6. I'm not sure if we need the basement footing level, but just because it's there, I'm going to put it in anyway, because the basement footing will most likely just stick onto the bottom of the basement wall. And I'll show you what I mean in a second. And this is what? It's going to be 9 foot 2 inches. And again, I'm going to add that little squiggle. Maybe I'll even grab it and pull it down a little bit more so these things don't overlap. Maybe I'll give this guy a squiggle. I'm sure there's a more technical term for it than a squiggle. I apologize for not knowing it. Anyway, there we go. Okay, so we've got those views done. Dormer and roof. So let's go dormer at 13 feet. Wait, is this second floor 9 foot? Yes, it is. Okay. Dormer at 13 feet. Okay. Okay. Let's go 13 feet. Let's rename that to dormer. those views. Let's do this. Roof. $18 feet. Okay, so that's done. If you want to kind of punch up the colors a bit, see what's going on, there you go. Otherwise, we can just keep it hidden line. And now I'm going to go to the basement plan. Basement footing. What I was hoping is that we'd see sort of a ghosted, like with the second floor plan, we'd see the ghosted layout of the level above. First floor, oh sorry, we want to go to foundation. I think that's where it is. Okay, so now we're at the foundation level, which is somewhere here. And I'm just going to kind of draw over top of this another set of walls. So I'm going to go here, grab a wall. And for this, it's a foundation wall, so let's say 200 millimeters. That sounds about right. Why not 300? Sure, we'll make it extra, extra beefy. We're going to go to pick lines, and now I'm going to say the base constraint is, I want it to be basement, and the top constraint is foundation. So base constraint is basement, the offset will be 0, and the top constraint will be foundation. Apply, pick lines, wall center line. Core center line, let's try that. Nope, it's not letting me pick that. Finish face interior wall center line. Strange. I thought it would let me pick it according to the middle so the walls would line up. But I think instead what it's asking me is how I want to place the walls. So I'm going to say finish face interior. You know what, I'm just going to start clicking. And it's going to say none of it's visible because we're drawing it on the floor below, no problem. I'm just going to go ahead, draw 4 walls, and we'll move them around later. Let's see what we did. Hit escape, go to the 3D view. Okay, not bad. Let's go to the elevation view. Not bad, it's a little bit offset in. So what I'm gonna do, I wonder if I can just pull it out. No, that's sloppy. Okay, let's go to the foundation plan. Basement plan. What do they do in our, oh, it is a bit inset here as well. Okay, so we can be clear, draw in a more detailed, in a more precise fashion in class. But again, if this is an exam, I would accept the way this looks, okay? Not correct according to actual drawing standards, but it's an exam, so we're just trying to get the basic elements down. So next, we want to put footings on these foundation walls. So I'm gonna go to, let's just do the 3D view here. I'm gonna go to structure, and I'm gonna go to wall footing. Click on that, and we don't have the right kind of footing here, so I'm gonna say edit type. Sorry, I just have to answer a quick message here. I apologize for this. Okay, so we are gonna now go duplicate, and we would like this footing to be, I guess, 900 wide. No, the wall is 300 wide. We want an extra 20 centimeters on each side. So that would make it 700. And we want the depth of it to be, I would say 8 inches. That's 20 centimeters, so 200 millimeters. So 700 by 200. But now we have to actually change the dimensions of it. So it will be, instead of 1 foot wide, oh great, we're going from millimeters to inches. Okay. So it's going to be 28 inches wide, which is 2 foot 4. Foundation thickness will be 8 inches. And let's see if that works. So it looks pretty good. So I'm just going to now click the wall I want that footing to be added to. And it's just going to really easily, with minimal work, add all the footings for us. Okay, so now we've got this done. Footings, foundation wall, floor, ground floor. And now we need to pop the roof on. So let's see if they give us a dimension for the overhang of the roof before we throw it on. Not much there. 3D view, dormer, ground floor. Okay, they don't specify. So I'm just going to take a guess. If they don't specify, your guess counts as good as anything. So we're going to say 1 foot overhang. So I'm going to go to the first floor plan. No, I don't want to save it at this point. Let me just check if I'm recording. Yes, I am. Okay. Roof overhang, let's leave it at 1 foot. And so I'm just going to pick the exterior walls, and you can see that dashed line appearing above. That's where the actual, I'm picking the walls, so that's where the overhang will end up being. So it's just showing me that. Pick all 4 sides. Let's just check one thing here. So it's sloped on all 4 sides. It doesn't have any gable ends, so we don't have to do anything fancy. We just pick all 4 sides, hit the check mark. Would you like to attach the highlighted walls to the roof? Sure. Cancel. What did we do here? Did we make the floor? I accidentally made the roof at the ground level. No big deal. If that happens, just select your roof, and if it says base level first floor, raise it up to 2nd floor and hit apply. Okay. Not bad. So we're making progress. We look like we have everything except the dormer and the stair. So let's start with the stair. Okay. Basically, sorry, I'm scrolling all over the place here. It goes up and then up to there. So it's an L-shaped stair. It starts here, going downward from there. Okay. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to go back to my first floor. I'm going to pick the floor. So again, hover over the sides till I find the floor. Edit boundary. I'm going to grab a line, and I'm going to zoom in on this and cut my opening right in here. Check mark. Now that's an opening through the floor right there. And I'm going to just go right away and drop in a stair. So back to architecture, click stair. So this is, again, as in the tutorial, pay attention. If you're going to spend some time on the stair, spend it here. Make sure your levels are set up correctly. So base level, first floor, yes. No, sorry. Top level, base level, we want it to be basement, I believe. Let's just double check this. Gone too far. Basement, yeah. We don't have a floor in the basement yet. Does this show us a section? It does have a section here. Oh, it has one here. So they did put in a floor. Okay, so we need to cancel the stair and put a floor in first. So I'm going to click X to cancel the stair. I'm going to go to my basement plan. Click on floor. I'm just going to pick the sides here. Okay, basement, generic floor, sure, let's leave it at 300. It's an exam, we're not going to mess around with the stuff. Check mark. But now I'd like to see how it works in section because it might be overlapping my footings. So I am going to go to View, Section, Cut Line, double click on that, and we have a, you know what, we have a massive floor here. This is way too big. So let's just go Edit Type, Duplicate. You don't have to do this on the exam, but I'm going to change it to 200 millimeters. It's just too big. I'm going to change the structure of it from 1 foot to 8 inches. Okay. Okay. Perfect. And now I want it to be above the footings here. So I'm going to say height offset is 8 inches. And it pops up to there. So now back to the stair. So we're going to go to the first floor. Architecture, stair. We want the base level to be the basement. But we want an 8-inch offset because we want it to start at the surface of the floor. The top level is going to be first floor. Apply. And now I'm just going to start drawing. So I'm going to go up to here and I'm going to stop one stair. You can see the stairs being ghosted. I'm going to stop one stair short of the landing. And as you can see at the bottom here, it's telling me how many risers are drawn and how many are remaining. And so I'm going to draw just a couple, 5 risers created, 9 remaining. I'm going to click there. Then I'm going to go down to here, zoom in, good morning, click here, and I'm going to continue. And you can see 4 risers created, 5, so on and so on and so on. And I'm just going to keep going. And I'm not worried about it intersecting the wall here because technically at this point, once I get to this wall, the person is already below the ground, the first floor level, so they're not gonna, you know, in a perfect world, they're not gonna whack their head anymore. So just keep drawing those stairs. So I'm gonna click over there. It's gonna add a landing. It looks like my stair is a little bit intersecting the wall here, so what I'm gonna do is just tighten it up a bit. It's gonna complain a little bit. This drawing is a little bit too tight, so this basement stair is not great. But anyway, I'm gonna leave it be as it is. Hit the check mark. Rail is not continuous. Breaks in the rail usually occur at sharp angles. Not a problem. We will troubleshoot that kind of stuff in later classes. Now I want to see which way the stair is going because odds are it's drawn backwards. So I am going to... Strange, it's not showing us our cut line here. Did I undo that? Basement. Oh. That our section would be visible on all levels. That's strange that it isn't. What's going on here? Well, anyway, I'm going to click it. I'd like to see this in section. Oh wait, I'm going to go back to the basement level and I'm going to flip it around. I want to be looking at the stair, so I'm going to turn around this way. I want to see that stair. In fact, I want to see the whole house going that way. Yeah, so it looks like this stair is backwards, in my opinion. The short part is here, the long part is there. It's a backward stair, so I'm going to go back to the first floor, click on the stair, and if you click on that, it's going to flip stair up direction. Close that, and now the stair is done correctly. So let's go back to the section view. Perfect. It goes down a couple of stairs, there's a landing, and then we go down the rest of the way. Done. Okay, I'm going to have to pause here and take a phone call, but I'll be right back.